At dinner, Dad said, "Starting next month, you'll pay rent if you want to stay here." Mom added, "Maybe it'll teach you some respect." This came after weeks of them mocking my job and calling me dead weight. That night, I packed my bags and left. A week later, they called panicking, "Why is your room empty?" I still hear Dad's voice the way you remember a song you hated in high school. Loud, rehearsed, petty. We were at the table, forks clinking, my sister scrolling through something on her phone. "Starting next month, you'll pay rent if you want to stay here," he said like he'd just hung a sign on my forehead. Mom laughed and added, "Maybe it'll teach you some respect." They had been calling me dead weight for months. My freelance schedule, my inconsistent hours, the hobby they thought I couldn't turn into a career. I swallowed bile and then suddenly something else. Enough. I pushed my plate back. "Since when?" I asked. "Since when did you forget that I've been the one paying the utilities for 3 years?" They blinked. My sister looked up. I opened my laptop right there on the table, the same one they'd mocked for too many tabs. I brought up a spreadsheet I'd kept in secret, a ledger of transfers, screenshots of confirmations, the addresses of accounts where I'd wired money so the mortgage wouldn't bounce, so Mom's insulin wouldn't be late, so Dad's old truck didn't get repossessed. I had receipts for the tuition I'd quietly covered, the last 2 summers of my sister's rent, the credit card payments I'd been making, because it was easier. Silence came like a physical thing. Dad's face flushed purple. Mom's hands trembled. "I thought you were saving," Dad said weakly. "You told us you were short." "I was," I said. "Short on being seen. Short on respect. Short on being the only one cleaning up messes while being called useless." I read numbers out loud, monthly totals, dates, and their little kingdom of insults started to crumble into accounting. That night I packed a single bag. I left my childhood room neatly made, everything in its place except the invisible ledger I'd carried for years. I closed the door behind me with the calm of someone who finally remembered they could. A week later, the phone rang. Mom, voice cracking, "Why is your room empty? Where did you go?" The panic in her question felt like vindication. I told her simply, "I'm staying where I'm paid what I'm worth, and when you're ready to stop calling me names, we can talk."